So here we are at the British Shooting Show 2020. It's always a handy one for me compared to the Northern, although obviously I love the Northern Shooting Show. But unlike the Northern, it only takes me like half an hour to get there because it's just down the road. And so the Northern is like, yeah, a 3-hour trek and a very early start. So I sort of stumbled in there at about 11 o'clock, I think. You can see there that's Anschutz. It's always good to see Anschutz. Now, a lot of you guys actually asked me about 2.2 rimfires, about what you should get, you know, what's the best for your money and so on and so forth. And, you know, they're all, you know, whatever you buy, you're usually going to pay about £500 for a brand new 2.2 bolt gun. And arguably, although I've not shot it myself yet, but I wouldn't be surprised if you're in that price range, the Tikka T1X is probably pretty hard to beat. That said, if you want the best, you want an Anschutz, you know, but you're going to pay a premium for that. You're going to pay like an extra 300 quid. But they do make the Olympic rifles, and they are sublime. You know, you're just going to try the trigger on one of them. They're incredible. Anyway, here we are at Thomas Jack's. Now, Thomas Jack's is where my friend Tom works. So if you've seen Tom in previous videos and you want to meet him, if you're at any of these shows, Thomas Jack's are always there now. And he'll be there too. The only thing I would say is, don't be surprised if you pick something up and say, sell me that, and he'll say, no. And the reason is because they're importers, so they only sell to the trade, they don't sell to the general public, unfortunately. But yeah, go and harass him and have a chat. He'll be happy to see you. Here we are at the FX stand. Now, I have to say, FX are phenomenal air rifles. I mean, they really are. I know the guy at Replica Reviews, he runs one of them. I can't even remember what they're called now. They're sort of AR-15 type of air rifle. But he's actually a professional pest controller. And it's a phenomenal piece of kit. It really is. Here we are with the box-fed shotguns. Obviously, it's kind of a staple now. Everybody wants a box-fed shotgun, and they've come a long way. I mean, I remember when they were quite a new thing, and you just get jams all the time. Always difficult to get them to feed properly, but yeah, they've come a long way. They're really popular now. Here we are at Savage, I think. Yeah, I'll tell you in a minute. Yeah, I think it's Savage. Oh, maybe not. I don't know. That's Blaser. All the standard manufacturers are there. You know, that's what you expect to see. And we have Aimpoint here, which has got a cool kind of video game thing that some kid was playing. Again, this is actual virtual reality, so you can see he's got the sort of head mask on. It's pretty incredible, to be fair. I did spend, as you can probably gather, quite a long time watching that. I should have had a go, really, but there was a bit of a queue, to be honest. But if you're there at the next show, yeah, it's definitely worth having a look. So here we are at this, I can't remember what they're called now. The company makes steel targets. I really keep intending to get one because, you guys will know me, you know, I'm not particularly a target guy, you know, I'm a hunter. But I tell you what, shooting steel is such fun. You know, if you go out to different ranges, you know, you kind of confident at shooting at, say, 200 yards normally if you're out shooting foxes, and then you can just keep on pushing out that gong further and further and further. And unlike, you know, shooting at paper where you're sort of getting obsessive about shooting through the same hole, it's not about that. It is just about, can I hit this target? If I can hit this target, then it's a kill, basically. And yeah, it's great fun. Definitely give it a try. And in fact, if you're stuck for somewhere to do it, go and see Ash at Varmint Shooters UK. And yeah, he'll give you a good day out. In fact, he's normally there at the G&T stand, actually, at the show. I didn't see him this year, though. So, yeah, Ash, if you weren't there, let me know, because I did actually have a look round for you, believe it or not, and I didn't see you anywhere. Here's Bonhams. Always great to have a look at Bonhams. I mean, and the funny thing is, when you look at that thing at the top there, I mean, that's like, I think that's been on Forgotten Weapons before, and it's essentially a bit like a revolver, but all the rounds pointing outwards, and you just cycle the action. But I think they're very known for being historically quite dangerous, because obviously they go off all at once, but still really cool. And the good thing about Bonhams is, you look at all these guns and you think, oh my god, these are going to be like 30, 40, 50,000 pounds, and actually, I don't think there's anything there for more than £5,000. Now, don't get me wrong, £5,000's a lot of money, but you can see there, like that pistol there, it's like £800 to £1,200. I mean, it's an auction site, so it depends on what people are willing to pay. But it is all relatively, I say that tentatively, it's relatively affordable. But so yeah, if you're in the market for something really cool, or if you just want to have a look, it's always worth checking out Bottoms. In fact, I think I did a video on one of the first show videos I ever did was called Millionaire Shotguns, looking at the Bottoms stand, and it's a really popular video. Here we are on top of, oh god, who was it? Whose stand was it? I can't remember now. But they've got a upstairs bit, and it's handy because you can look all around the show, and you get a good sort of bird's eye view. But I went up there and I'm like, I know that at some point today I'm going to bump into Callum up here because it's the perfect position to do some filming. And as you'll see later on, I did bump into him up there. Here we have the some places. I mean, they're selling like stuffed, like deer heads, like Monk Jack and so on. I guess they're not related to the Safari guys, because I gather they were effectively hounded down by the media and stuff this year, so they didn't go. But these guys, I guess, are just selling the heads, or maybe they're related to them and they just, weren't there to sell, holidays. I don't know. This is interesting. I think this is basically IPSC, I think it's called, where, it's like practical pistol, but with airsoft. Now, I didn't have a go, although I probably would. I should have done, really. But I know Callum spent a long time here, and it's great to see, actually. It's kind of seeing, like, airsoft growing up a bit, because, although I don't think they like you referring to it as airsoft, but it's not, rather than, a version of paintball, it is effectively trying to emulate proper practical pistol shooting. And it does that very well. You've got the sort of blowback design. These modern airsoft pistols are pretty realistic, and you've got the added advantage of obviously not having to wear hearing protection, which is always good. But it's good to see that. It's good to see people getting into that, because you think over time they're going to move on to other things, and obviously in the UK, pistol shooting, you're going to have to go to another country. But at least it gives young people a taste of something that they can get into. Here we have the airgun stand, and it's all free. So if you missed it this year, check it out next year. It was quite an extensive range with various targets. I didn't see any big manufacturers there, though, sort of with the have a go type thing, surprisingly. In previous years, you'd have like Day State and you would have BSA, and they would have their flagship new models, so you can sort of have a go. I remember one year having my first go with the Day State, the ones with the electric triggers, and being amazed by the click of the mouse sort of way of shooting, which were pretty cool. Here's Savage. Now, Savage actually makes some really nice rifles, and for some reason I don't see them around a great deal in gun shops. I don't know if it's just me, but it's good to see them. This is Field Sports Britain. They've actually got a big old stand now. I mean, you can see Charlie Jacoby there. And Andy Crow. I didn't hang around there for long, but it's interesting to see that. They've obviously got all of their sort of wares that you can buy now, like T-shirts and so on and so forth. Oh, here's me back on that sort of high up bit again, spying on Neil at Rack and Load. We were laughing at him because we were saying how grumpy he looks. I don't know what that is. It's just like his resting bitch face, because we all have a resting bitch face, don't we? But he's like walking along, and we're sort of shouting at him, going, Neil! Neil! And it's like, you'll see in a moment, he'll just start wandering around, essentially, like going, where is that coming from? And of course it's me and Callum on the top bit. Oh yeah, you'll see in a second, look, he's going to start looking around, wondering, where's that coming from? See, look, there you go. But like I said, I knew if I hang around up there, there you go, you're right, Neil. I knew we'd see him eventually. And they're all sort of chatting about this new trip to America they're doing, what kit they need, and so on and so forth. So it was great to catch up with people. And to be honest, for me, and for a lot of you guys probably, the shooting show is just a great place to meet up with old friends.